Make it move, make it groove.
I'm Isaac Zuba. I'm from Ottawa, Wisconsin, and my favorite disc is a Luna.
Hi, my name is Mason Maxwell from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, now in Brookfield, Wisconsin. My favorite disc, the VIP Stag from Westside Disc.
Starting off with a good handshake between the competitors, deciding what they're going to choose, heads or tails. Zuba called heads, and looks like Zuba has decision.
So here we got hole 1, 299 feet. As you can see, a tunnel shot pretty much the whole way with a disc that you can get to finish straight.
Looks like Mason is going to start us off today. Backhand hyzer, hit the tree. Zuba taking a wide hyzer route as well. And we're off. Mason with his second, hits a tree early, kicks off to the right. Zuba with his second, got a real hard kick out left here, trying to get himself in position. Hit a tree branch early, really needs to push out. Gets a good flick out there into the open, about to circle 2 edge. We did miss a upshot from Mason that crossed over the fairway, so this will be Mason's 4th. Just a little high. Here comes Zuba in for his 5th. Just off the front of the cage. Mason with a chance to take the first skin here for the first ever 1v1 showdown. Oh no, just a little bit off to the right. Good sportsmanship from the field, as they both know they just took 6s, but oh wait, Mason's still got to make this. Cleans it up pretty wobbly, but we're on to hole 2. Hole 2 is now worth 2 skins, $10.
Hole 2 is 281 feet. You can either throw the forehand gap off to the left or throw a backhand shot right up the gut.
Mason still has box. Decides to go for a flick. Looks like he hit a tree early. And here comes Zuba with a good clean shot. Skips up to circle 1. Mason really needs to make up ground here. Takes a good flick, just left side, circle 1. Mason for par. And he just pushes it in to put the pressure on Zuba. Zuba from about 17 feet. That's a putt. Zuba takes the first 2 skins, $10. And we're on to hole 3. $5 skin here. Straight gap. Veering off here to the right. Players will definitely look for a turnover backhand or a nice forehand on this one. Zuba has box. Electing to take a forehand route. He just hit the tree and bounced right. Should have a look at an upshot there. Here goes Mason. Gets a good flick, pushes straight with a good skip to the right. About circle one edge. Zuba knows he has to get close and through a gap here to have any chance at winning this skin. Or tying and pushing it to another hole. Big forehand hits his gap, hits his line. Let's go see where he landed. And let's see what he threw. Let us know in the comments what disc Zuba used on hole 3 upshot. First person to comment will get a prize. Mason with a big birdie opportunity just sails over the top. He's about to take his swan in for a par here to push the hole going into hole 4 as Zuba steps in to a tap in. Both players par the hole. On to hole 4. Worth 2 skins, $10. Zuba is still up 2 skins to none. It's important to just hit your line here at Brown Deer and try to get away clean because it is very wooded. Zuba still has box, and we're off. Looking into a backhand line here. Looks like Zuba may have hit a tree, maybe kicked off to the right. Should have a good look at the basket still. Mason with a good turnover backhand look as well. And we're off. Zuba's just taking a look at his position, finding the basket, picking his disc that he wants to choose for his upshot. Zuba with a good flick. That'll give him a good opportunity at a putt to save par. Mason looks like he got a kickoff to the right. Has to pitch up. Gets in right by the basket, clean through the trees to put the pressure on Zuba. Zuba needs to make this to win a push. Just what an effort. Just sails right past. Knowing that Zuba was going to take a 4 there, we scoop it up because Mason was 5 feet from the basket and he tapped in. So we are tied up at 2 skins apiece. Going into hole 5, Mason has taken the box. Each player has $10 each.
So we're on to hole 5 now. We're all tied up. This hole is 303 feet, par 3, with pretty much something you just want to get down the gap and to finish hard left.
Getting through clean is definitely the goal here. Mason's eyeing up his line. Chooses to take a nice high hyzer route. But he hit a tree early and he bounced down. Zuba lining up. Takes a wide hyzered route as well. And we're off. They are walking to their lies. Both players have been playing very routine Brown Deer disc golf here. It's definitely a very wooded course with some open holes as well, as we will see later on. But here we are in the woods. Mason lines up a good flick, and he's pushing up towards the basket. Has a good look to get his par. Looks like Zuba's got a circle 2 bid. Just a little low and left. Has a little bit of work left to do for his par, but Mason steps up to secure his par. And he makes it. Zuba steps up to try to push the hole, as we are tied up here at 2 skins apiece. Good routine out of Zuba here, and just puts it in. And that's a push.
So now we're on hole 6, which is 459 foot, par 3, now worth 2 skins. You either want to throw a booming forehand here or a giant turnover backhand to reach this pin. Not an easy shot. You'll see most players laying up to the gap and throwing a second shot into the pin.
Also known to see many rollers on this hole. As Mason steps up for his forehand, gets a little bit air over the top of the disc and pushes it down. Let's see what he threw here. Oh, it's that stag of his. He really loves that disc. Here goes Zuba with a good backhand opportunity. Pushing it deep in towards a nice look at the basket with a good gap. Everything here is getting low ceilings where it is very tough to hit a line. So you got to keep your disc low. As Mason just pushes right past the basket, low hyzer route. And Zuba pushes one up there as well, trying to play the ceiling to hopefully make it drop into a circle 1 putt. Looks like Mason went pretty far past the basket, maybe hoping to try to hit a ceiling or a tree to maybe to kick him into a circle 1 putt, but looks like he had a little bit of air underneath it, and he's looking for his disc here. Looks like he found it. It's pretty hard to see him, but he kind of tries to pitch it up, hits something early, and then he gets a pretty awesome upshot here as Zuba takes down the skin. Worth $10. So now Zuba is up 4 skins to 2. In good faith of fighting for that hole, we will watch Mason tap that in and on to hole 7. Hole 7 is a par 4, 715-foot hole with a nice uphill hole position, right in line with the trees there. And everything behind the hole is completely downhill, which makes it even harder to really play this hole. You want to get close so you don't have a big putt. Zuba's box. He is winning 4 skins to 2. Takes a big backhand route. And pushes up to a really big rough position. There is no OB here on this hole. And Mason takes a turnover to the right side, back out there into the rough. So both players are in the rough, and we're off. Here's a little look at the landscape of this hole. Here comes Zuba in for his second shot. There's a backhand hyzer route. Pushes up to about circle 1 edge, maybe inside circle 2. Mason for his second shot does just the same. Both players are walking up, noticing that Zuba's a little bit further than Mason. Zuba steps up. Checks with me to see if I'm ready. I'm like, yes. And he sinks it for the birdie. Mason knows he's got a little bit of pressure on him. He really needs to push this hole to have another chance to take down the first 1v1 showdown. Oh, and he just pushes it a little left of the basket. Good line. Good effort. If anybody's ever played this hole here at Brown Deer, they know that anything past that basket is completely downhill and challenging to see the basket from there. So Mason coming back up to try to save par, and he just spits out. Zuba sitting there watching on as Mason just tries to claim some dignity on the course here with a good tap in. And now we're on to hole 8, or also known as 7A.
That is a 244-foot par 3, and as you can see, water carry the whole way with OB left as the path, and of course playing OB water. Let's see how this plays out, guys.
Playing road OB, right?
Yes. I mean, we've played no OB the whole time, so I'm going to say
OB on
road and water, right?
water and then over the
path, right?
on and over. Yeah.
Okay. I'm with it.
Ready?
Yep.
Safe.
Yes.
Oh, spike. Your hand in the way, Ken. Oh. Good hit.
Definitely a beautiful putt here by Mason. Way to build up some confidence on a big drop zone putt. And here comes Zuba to be able to take the 6th skin of the day. Putter goes through the air, right into the basket. Beautiful birdie putt by Zuba. Not an easy birdie here at Brown Deer. And we're on to the final hole here in the first ever 1v1 showdown for Boom Disc Golf. It is a 220-foot par 3.
Clear the water and don't go over the road.
Zuba has a knee down straddle right for his last putt here. A little disappointment from Zuba. He definitely wanted to finish strong. Mason, another drop zone putt. Can he do it? And Zuba taps in for his 7th skin. And your 1v1 Showdown champion is Isaac Zuba. Good job, bro.
Thanks, man. Forward player.
A little bit of sportsmanship from Mason here.
Yeah, nice play.
Got a little woogie with it.
Until next time.